What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building. And I want to briefly discuss this whole Dame Dash and Lee Daniels situation. You guys have already heard that Dame Dash pretty much pulled up on Lee Daniels at a Diana Ross concert, honey, and he didn't give a fuck about where he was. He wanted his motherfucking coins. Lee, you are a motherfucking crook, because you know damn well you owe this man. Let's check out some of the audio from their little conversation they had. Lee, tell me some, Damon, I'm going to call you.
But here's what. I broke my ankle. That's why I couldn't move around, guys. Could you see I couldn't move? I was doing lots of hand movement. I did it again. I was playing with my grandkids and I broke my ankle. Okay. All right, so I want to move the energy in the room right now. When everybody hands in the air, we're going to do reach out and touch with this beautiful, incredible orchestra.
So did y'all hear Lee Daniels? He steady, Damon, let me give you my number. Why you wasn't acting like that before, Lee? Why wasn't you acting like that before? Lee Daniels is one of them people he don't want to be embarrassed, and of course nobody wants to be embarrassed, but you are sitting up here saying that you know you are wrong, you know you owe this man, and you still haven't paid him after all these years? And it take all of this for him to get his money? You was straight up was never going to pay this man. That's not right, Lee. It's just funny how that damn Diana Ross is about to sing Reach Out and Touch Somebody, and it looked like Dame Dash want to reach out and grab Lee Daniels by the neck, in my opinion.
Hands in the air, everybody!
So y'all heard that. And the whole time, Lee Daniels just like, look, Dame, I'm going to get you your money. I'm just looking like, Lee, you full of shit. You are so full of shit. Let's check out what Dame has to say about this situation. He did an interview recently. I want to hear how this whole situation came about.
I don't know that much about him, so I'm just going to call him film producer. He produced Empire, I think Precious.
He directed Precious.
Directed Precious.
Yeah.
So you let him borrow some money, he hasn't paid you back?
Yeah, basically. You know, we had an agreement that if I gave him a certain amount of money, that he would give it back in a certain amount of time, and he just simply didn't do it. And, you know, over the years, he's, sold me a lot of different dreams, the same one of me getting my money back, and, we've gone to court about it. And, I haven't really had the pleasure of having a face-to-face with him in about a decade. So I ran into him, and I made sure that he couldn't say that I was doing anything violent, but I just really simply wanted an explanation as to why he thinks he doesn't have to pay me back, and what about our relationship justified that, because we never had a fallout. And, even like how I put him in a different circle of people, the tables that I put him in, like just how he could even justify this in his mind, And it was really hard for him to even fathom my perspective, probably because he's never put up his own dollar in his life. And he doesn't understand what that means and what I could do with, 100,000 times 20 when my kids is on their way to college right now. And I got to pay private school up front. You know what I'm saying? And I got to be independent. And I got to eat the food I kill every day. And knowing that I'm in the movie business, that I was really, I put money to the side just to be able to be independent and make my own movies. And before I invested in myself, I invested in him. And even when he got it and his dreams came true, he just shut the door, locked them, and was like, I'm not even going to pay you your money back you gave me, with no explanation. And just try to ride on my temperament, and say that every time we smoke.
Did he not know you very well or something?
Nah, we know each other well.
So how would he think he could do that and it would settle anything but okay with you?
That was the question I asked.
Because you said it was a pleasure.
If you watched the joint, I said, Joe, how you justified that?
Like, I tried to make out everything that you were saying. The harder thing was to hear how he was responding. Like, what was his reason for not paying you?
Well, in the subtitles, he has no reason. He says, I know I'm wrong. Let me make it up to you. He says, I'm going to pay you. Then he tries to offer me another, like, to be on another movie. And I'm like, yo, I don't want to hear that shit, man. I just want my money. You know, that's it, man. Like, the thing is, it's like when I give you something the same way, Pauls, I gave it to you, you should give it back to me the same way. I shouldn't have to go to court for it. I shouldn't have to talk to a lawyer about it. I shouldn't have to work it off. You know, like, and we from the same place. So the disrespect of it, like, you know, it's almost like he was wanting to provoke me into making a mistake based on emotion so that we could take the attention and the focus off of how much he's betrayed everything about our friendship, our business, and focus on my reaction, which is what everybody does.
I can completely understand where Dame has came from. I remember, and this situation is way off topic, but it's kind of relatable. I had let somebody borrow some Air Force Ones, and I know you're like, well, why would you let somebody, use those? And, it was under a situation where they didn't have, their shoes with them for what we were doing. And, let them borrow the motherfucking shoes. Next thing I know, they letting a family member wear the shoes. They don't know where the shoes is at. I was so pissed. And they were all black, shiny, just nice. I could have kept my shit in my motherfucking closet. And this person didn't give a fuck. They got those shoes and pretty much felt like those shoes were their own and they could do what they damn well please with those shoes. And, it's just nigga shit at the end of the day. You have a lot of black people that's like that. You loan them money, you give them ideas about different projects, and then once they make it, they get to doing all this bragging, and they will act as if they don't know you and they don't know where the help came from to help them get to where the hell that they are at. So I have been through this, not just with shoes, but just giving people ideas, and it just, you really see people for who they are. You really see where people's maturity is, where their heart is, when they don't give you your money back, they don't give you your shoes back, they don't bring you into, the idea that you help them with as far as their business. They don't, they're secretive and sneaky, and that is pretty much why I work alone most times. I have a hard time trusting people. People can be just very phony and will say whatever they need to say to get your help, and then as soon as they get to where they need to be, all this bragging, and they start to distance themselves and act as if they don't know you, or they don't know where the help came from that helped them get to where the fuck that they are at. So this situation happens a lot of the times in black communities. Let's check out what Lee Daniels' ass has to say about this situation with his shiesty ass.
Him going up to you at the concert was acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
And how did that make you feel? Like,
well, I was uncomfortable. It was a very uncomfortable thing. And here's the thing. It made me think. I thought he was hurt.
mm-hmm.
And it made me think, because when nobody in Hollywood was giving me money after my Academy Award, unprecedented with Halle Berry, nobody was giving me money. Damon's crazy ass was crazy enough to give me money for The Woodsman and for Shadowboxer. And that investment, the investment for Shadowboxer didn't pay off.
But it was an investment, right?
It was an investment, but
not a loan.
It was an investment, but I looked him in the eyes and I told him that you would get your investment back. This black man gave me money when nobody, not Disney, not Sony, not TriStar, not Paramount, not Warner Brothers, for a film. He did it. And so for that, he deserves his money. And so I'm going to work out something for him to get him, because I am in the position now to get it to him. So I'm going to get it to him, because I think that that's the right thing to do. And it sadly took that wake-up call during Diana reach out and touch somebody's hand for me to realize that.
Yeah, because he was about to reach out and take your ass by your damn throat if he ain't get his money, Lee Daniels. Then you sitting up here saying that you didn't get the return off a shadow box. It does not matter, motherfucker. You still owe him money. You know, it seemed like he's still in denial, you guys. He's shady as fuck. I couldn't fuck with Lee Daniels. I'm sorry. After all the shit with Monique and then now with, Dame and, these stories been going on for a while now. Lee, you scandalous. You make good work. You're talented. I give you that. I do like your projects, but it's something shisty and shady about your character.
And for me to sit with myself. He believed in me when nobody else did. And for that,
that's
he deserved.
the reason.
Yes, he deserved.
So that's
it.
more so. It's not that you owe him. It's more so that
it's personal to me.
It's a personal situation. But on paperwork, you don't owe him anything. It's more so thank you because you looked out and you believed in me, and now
when nobody else did.
Yes. So I'm gonna give you if that's what makes you happy. Then here it goes back. Correct? Like that type of deal.
I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm in the position to give him his investment back, even though the movie didn't make money. I don't know that I would be successful if it weren't for him. Do you know what I mean? So for me, it really became, I had to get quiet with myself to think that, if it weren't for him, I wouldn't have went on to make The Butler and or Precious and or Empire. Do you know what I mean? He was part of my journey. And for me to turn my back on that was wrong. But we're going to squash it.
That's good.
And I feel good about it. You know what I mean? Like, he needs it right now. And I'm happy to help him.
Now, do y'all hear that bullshit? He needs it right now. He been needing his money, Lee. Where the fuck is you at? Shit, he's delusional, y'all. I would be done with his ass. That's pretty much what I have to say about that, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It is your girl, Brand New, and I am out.